From the prairies of Kansas to the coasts of California, our tour has arrived out west. The port town of Stockton may differ from the Bay, but there's no doubt the home of OTB reflects a California state of mind. And underneath the sunshine lies our first test out west, Swenson Park, a bomber course requiring power and accuracy. Will we see a return to victory from former champions?
Three-time champion, Paige Pierce!
Or can those on the brink this year finally break out? One thing is certain, victory this week will require only the best. The 2024 OTB Open starts now.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2024 OTB Open presented by MVP Discs. I'm Paul Ulibarri. I'm joined with Zach Melton. This is stop 8 of 18. Zach, how you doing? Newcomer to the booth, baby.
Dude, I'm pretty excited. I feel like I've just got called up to the big leagues, man. Like I'm up to the show, so hopefully I don't blow it and get sent back down, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, man, but we got a sweet sale going on here. We got some cicadas that are back in stock right here, these bad boys. So make sure you go to JomezPro.com to check those out. We also have some new t-shirts right here, West Coast Swing. These are sweet. These are actually long sleeve bad boys. Make sure you go check those things out if you want to get some new merch from us. It really helps out. Let's get right into the players though. Our featured card is stacked. Who we got, Zach?
Dude, Daddy, Emerson Keith, reigning champ. I know he was excited to get back here and kind of prove himself again.
Absolutely, and of course we got another superstar here with Matt Orum. Shades down, fairway hits up 75%. That's always going to get the job done, especially on an open course out here. A little return of Eagle, man. What do you think about his game right now?
Dude, the Eagle is back. I'm excited to see him throw, kind of see how he looks.
And then rounding out the card, we have Anthony Barela doing it all kinds of different ways. 86% in the circle. That's going to help him, especially since he gets a lot of looks.
A lot of looks. Forehand, backhand, a lot of looks.
Yeah, let's run into hole one right here. Par 3, 475 feet to start off the round. Nothing really in the way. You have out of bounds on the right-hand side that you kind of got to worry about, but these guys are going to go hyzer and try to skip it under these 3 trees somehow, get to circle's edge, maybe make a putt. Some of them will have the power to be able to slide something in that thick grass and maybe get a look inside the circle.
Yeah, it seems like the left side of the fairway is a little pinched. Right side's a little more open, so a lot of people are kind of swinging it wide, bringing it back in.
Let's watch Gannon with a little check-in first to see if he can get his round started. There's that wide hyzer. Yeah, typical little circle's edge look right there.
Yeah, not a bad start, though.
Especially when you can putt like this guy.
Dude, I feel like he can throw that same putt from like 150 feet. Like, it just doesn't change. It looks the exact same.
Texas, Emerson Keith.
I loved watching Emerson's interview before the tournament started. He said, yeah, you know, coming in here and getting the vibes, I was feeling a little nervous, but then he said, you know what, I'm good enough. I think I can repeat. That's a mindset of a champion. He gets this one flat, heading towards those 3. Little turn. Okay.
Oh, wow, he went deep. I'm pretty sure that's that same Red Destroyer he was jamming with in Vegas last week.
Matt Orum.
That's right. He's coming off of a nice little finish over there in Vegas. A little low out of the hand. Let's see if he gets the skip. One thing about this place is the grass is kind of thick around the greens, so there's not a lot of skips.
Yeah, for a golf course, I feel like you don't get a lot of those 30, 40, 50-foot skips. Like, you kind of need to land the disc a little closer than normal. Is this Eagles' first shot or tournament back?
So he played the Champions Cup. Okay. I feel like he was a little rusty there. He didn't do his best, so he's definitely going to be coming into this tournament trying to do something at least solid, gain the reps back.
Arizona,
I can't imagine
Barela.
Northwood's back being the first tournament back. It's just a nightmare. It's so tough. The gaps are so small.
Seriously. Anthony Barela, I feel like this is a dream course for him. He had a solid showing last year at this event. Gets this one high. And that scoots into about 25 feet.
Good luck,
That's a good
gentlemen.
little spot.
Have fun.
Money start.
Matty O's got that little frog hop right here, man. Just normal one right there. Pulls it a little bit to the right. Sometimes he really gets into it.
Yeah, he's been working those record judges since I gave him a pair last year, and then Paige's dad, Doug, gave him a bunch of them. I love Eagle's putt.
Oh, my God.
So smooth, effortless. I wish I could putt like that.
Off to the left side.
Kind of a timid-looking putt,
It really was.
which isn't his style. He usually jams them in there.
Ooh, and then AB off to the left, too.
Yeah, I've been so impressed with Anthony's putting this year. It seems like it's had a really good pace compared to years past where he kind of just fired it, and it was either feast or famine.
Ooh, and that's a 3-putt
Ooh.
in the circle for Emerson. Not like him.
Definitely not the start he wanted. Reigning champ coming back.
Even Matty has a little extra. What?
Dang, there's something wrong with this basket.
Eagle took all the juice out of it. You're never going to see that. I mean, this has got to be the first time I've ever seen a starting hole where there was 5 missed putts in the circle.
Yeah,
That was bizarre.
it has to be the first time this year. Everybody's been playing so good.
Yeah, you can't miss those anymore.
You can't.
Well, I don't think you ever could, but you could get away with it a little bit.
I feel like they almost cost more than a stroke now. A circle one miss, it's almost like 2-3. Everyone's so good, every stroke matters a lot.
Yeah, that's a great point. All right, take us through hole number 2, Zach. What do we got here?
So we've got, I think, a pretty common theme for Swenson. It's a low ceiling tee shot. You want to push it as far as you can. Got to keep it in the fairway. There's a little OB left running the whole way, and then you have some natural OB to the right. And then also the green is low ceiling. It kind of sets up for the forehand approach, that left to right. If you're throwing a backhand approach, you're going to have to keep it even lower, approaching straight at it. Try to get a little slide into the green. Really cool green, nice and protected, beautiful. Tough par 4.
Absolutely. A little Mando on the right there that keeps people from doing the hyzer, and that's the tough one.
Oh,
Does that stay
no.
in bounds? No.
Oh, man. Probably worst case scenario.
Be going with the low sidearm flip up. It needs to sit, though.
Yeah. Right is okay, but it kind of pinches the approach a little bit.
Yeah, you might have to do another one of those.
I feel like this course favors the forehand a decent amount.
Yeah, power forehand for sure.
Yeah, not like a little pitch forehand, but if you can push it out to high 300s, over
Yep,
400 feet.
yep. And there is a sneaky little hyzer out. I'm wondering if that's what Matty's going to try it, but that Mando gets in your head. I remember throwing it in practice and then seeing it in the tournament, and I was like, oh, no, that's not even an option today.
Yeah. I'm sure practice, most people don't even worry about the
Yeah.
Mando. Then you get on the tee, you're like, do I really want to go that way?
Exactly. Eagle, that's going to be bogey at best. He's going to have to earn it from back there. The good thing about hitting and just being in the middle, you can then air it out a bit and kind of get within 250 feet.
Yeah, kind of play for like an easier par.
Right. I was surprised nobody went with the roller option off the tee. I feel like that's open, but it also has a look at this shot though. Oh my gosh, get under. Doesn't that Guardian right there, that branch does a really good job of blocking all kinds of good shots from coming in. You really have to be precise with how high or low you throw the disc.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really well-designed green. Oh, look out.
Good dodging there.
Yeah. Deep, but still circle one look.
You go from about, I would say, 300 feet.
Yeah, I've been interested to see how his forehand looks. I know he's had some issues with the shoulder and everything, and it's not what it used to be, but it still looked pretty smooth there. Money.
This is a fast green. If Emerson puts the full want on this one and misses,
Oh, there we
could be
go.
bad, but he doesn't. Drops one in from about 55 feet. That's a real quick way to erase a bad mistake on hole one.
Yeah. I think that putt was longer than all of his putts on hole one combined. Like, it's just disc golf, man.
And there's the right stroke there from Anthony, about the same distance.
He's back.
Yeah, gets it to fall down. I feel like if you can, the first two holes, if you can be one under, you're doing pretty dang good. Hole 3 is actually tricky. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh, for sure.
Good cleanup there.
That's so clean.
It really is. He barely throws that thing and goes forever. He's throwing super stable into there, and that's like 350 out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hole 3 has this mandatory on the right side. It's changed up a bit from last year. That mandatory really makes it tough. You got to go right down this gut right here with a mandatory on your left, too. So you can't go wide sidearm, you can't go wide hyzer. You got to just throw a dart right down the middle. Depending on the wind, can really make it tricky. Right to left right here. Gannon going with a flex shot. That is not too good.
Didn't look like he had enough shank on that shank and flex. And he did not look happy.
No.
I don't know what was wrong, but
Guess what, though?
he can putt from everywhere.
Yeah. Dang, he almost missed the Mando. He was right on that. So what's tough about this, when you have this right to left crosswind, it's hard to throw a hyzer flip. You really want to pinch it off to the left side, but you feel like maybe that wind's going to pull you to the left, and then that's a typical miss, trying to make sure you have enough room on the right side.
Yeah, trying to throw that hyzer flip and expose the bottom of the disc with that crosswind is just tricky.
And Emerson squeezes it on the right side. I'm not sure if that's what he was trying, but that we'll get into the circle.
Yeah, it's a great result.
Could be what he was trying. If it is, hats off, because that's a tight line. You'd normally see people try to flex it. This is early. That's okay, because you can get some bad ricochets off of these and then get yourself into big-time trouble here.
Yeah,
Those
especially with that
Mandos.
late Mando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eagle going with the hyzer flip sidearm. I don't mind that play. Get yourself out to the right. Give yourself a look. It's definitely one that you want to get, but when you get to it, it tightens up.
It does. Especially with the way the wind was crossing today. Probably the worst case scenario wind makes it play a little more difficult.
Exactly. And with those offsetting trees, makes the gap pretty small. They found a woods hole.
Yeah.
In the wide open. The designer did a really good job of making it that way.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a little bid ski from him.
I think so. I think he's gotten used to this little spinny backhand guy.
There you go,
Money.
Emerson. Yeah, you were right. That first putt he had was a little timid. Cost him 2, but now back-to-back putts. Finds himself 1 under par, which now getting to my old point. if you're under par after the first 3, you're feeling pretty good. Because now coming in, these next holes are very gettable for this crew that we have on this card.
Yeah,
for about 5-6 holes.
Yeah, distance definitely helps. Hole 1 kind of tricks you into feeling like there's some airspace on the course, and then immediately after it's like low ceiling, tight gap.
Weather's great out here, though. It's going to be this way all week. A little breezy on this course, that's typical.
What is the simplest way to improve your disc golf game? The answer, learn from the very best. Paul Ulibarri, Simon Lazat, Ezra Aderhold, and Holland Hanley. They're not just players, they are your elite coaches guiding you every step of the way. The Power Disc Golf Academy is the premier online disc golf academy with over 150 on-demand lessons that are specifically designed to improve your skills right now. So what are you waiting for? Join today at PowerDGA.com.
All right, what do we got here?
What is this, hole 4? Let's see, out into the fairway, kind of a big shot. It's par 5, really long hole, over 1,000 feet. I got to see this hole in person today. It's way more difficult than it looks on video for sure. You need distance on the first 2, and then you still have a tight approach into this green.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of the harder holes to get. As long as you get past that green on the left and you have a decent tee shot, par's easy.
Yeah.
But birdie is extra difficult here.
Easy to par, hard to birdie.
Emerson just getting the full treatment on this one. He burns it over a little bit, but that's fine to be out there in the fairway. Now he has a decision. Does he want to try to push it past the green or lay it up to the right?
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of that crosswind probably got on top of that disc when it made it out.
Anthony knows, oh wait, I throw it farther than everybody. I just need to get it to the opening, and then I'm going to send it to the moon.
That's the most casual 400-foot flick I've ever seen.
Right.
He looks so casual.
And this wind is tricky. You're going to see all these discs. Matteo somehow gets it to flex out, but if you notice, he's not going to be that much farther than the other 2 on the right.
No.
It's hard to get past those trees.
But that's definitely far enough, though.
Yep. This is another play. Not too bad.
No, I feel like that had to be a stable disc, the way it reacted and kind of held cut. But it's probably far enough. He throws far enough that he can bite off on the second shot.
I think there's a big right to left wind that we're not seeing as well, which is why Emerson, once it got over, didn't want to come out. What we all love to see.
Roller.
Oh my gosh.
That's so good.
Zach.
Oh my God, that jumped the spotter. He had to duck.
And he hit the tree. That is just so far.
Yeah, that's great.
Is this going to come out?
Oh, it's panning. That's so big.
Oh my gosh. You are right. I forgot, luckily we've been able to see Anthony all year throw those shots. And we've been missing those big shots from Eagle. I feel like the only person who can kind of stand up to AB's power, you know?
Yeah. Kind of forget when people are injured and you don't see them on the tour every week. And Emerson, great roller. That's a 164 gram star beast. He played a practice round with James Conrad, watched him throw 7 rollers, and went into found a used beat up frisbee and it's like, I can throw a roller too.
This is very understable. This is what you can't do. Once you get it over there low ceiling, you're not getting birdie.
Yeah, birdie's gone. This is,
roller, it is possible.
Yeah. Very difficult, we should say.
And he is going with that play, but I just don't see that working out for him as far as a birdie play.
He did go long, which is hard to do, but yeah. He was in a tough spot. That angle was kind of pinched over there from the right.
So now they have a low hyzer. Oh, he's going turnover.
He's going turnover.
Okay. Maybe a little farther than I think for them.
Yeah, it's got to be a little further because if it was in that 400-foot range, I felt like he would have thrown the forehand. Emerson's got a good forehand.
And Anthony going with the turnover as well. I just feel like there's an accessible hyzer down to the right.
Yeah,
especially with the right to left wind, it'll kind of push you in there. But
yeah, it's low ceiling, but if you hit the gap and don't turf it, that wind would help it get to the pin.
oh man,
That must be nice.
it is nice.
Yeah, that's great. I also forgot that Eagles throwing MVP discs.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Oh no.
That's a bad reaction. He definitely didn't want to flutter that into that branch.
I feel like if he didn't even hit the branch, though, he's gonna have work left.
Yeah, I agree.
Can Emmy find another bomb? Oh boy.
Oh, I thought he did it. Emerson's one of those guys. I feel like you're just always pulling for him.
Yep.
Watch him on coverage.
Easy stuff from there. That's what we were saying. You don't really have to be in position to get a par here. One inch low.
He would definitely love to throw that jump putt again.
Mm-hmm. Eagle, 4 inches low. The worst is the 1 inch low because you think it's in the whole time.
And then it's just not.
Yeah, and then it just clunks.
Yeah, when it comes out of your hand, it's going to hit like the bottom of the cage. You know you suck already.
Yep.
There's no disguising it.
Exactly.
Kind of underwhelming for our feature card here on a par 5.
Yep. You would think that at least one person would have an inside the circle look, especially with Eagle, Emerson, AB all being in pretty good position after 2.
Yeah, Matty O kind of out of position twice and still had the easy par, like you said.
Now, hole 5 has all kinds of different options. It's a par 4, 586, so short par 4, but these are all artificial lakes. So where you see the yellow flags there, those are all going to be hazard areas. If you land in there, you got to throw from there with a stroke, and then they tuck this pin in a pretty good area guarded by all kinds of different trees. So you got all kinds of different plays. You got big anhyzer over the top. You got roller. I've even seen people play straight to the left and try to just have about a 400-foot shot in. This...
crushed.
Is it going to flip?
Please flip.
Wow. That's so good, though.
It's left, but it's probably pin high.
That's so good. Yeah, he's got a short approach in there. Matty-O going just Sky Annie, or is this a roller play? Sky Annie.
Sky Annie. That's not bad at all.
Nope.
Probably under 300 feet to the pin. So high it's just out of frame immediately.
Yep. Oh, and it's flexing.
Oh my goodness.
So these guys are trying to get there.
Yeah, I bet they all were probably hoping for an eagle look if they executed their shot.
Is this going to hold?
I think that's the issue is you get it high enough, you need it to hold and not come out because there is OB left.
He's going to find it.
Yeah.
Easy par from there, though. Not what he's looking for. I think all these guys, like you said, if they execute their shot, they're going to try to get a 2-piece on this. Adio, though.
Routine.
You throw a great drive here, and it's pretty easy, but they did a good job of making you throw a really highly technical power shot over the top or roller.
And I think holes that some of these guys can go for eagle are fun. And there's still some danger. You can't just throw it anywhere, as Anthony learned.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
All right, these are the ones you got to make. Get to red figures.
Yep. It's probably the goal when you go for the big tee shot, hoping to get an eagle look, but as long as you don't throw it out of bounds, should be a pretty easy birdie, hopefully.
Emerson gets the 2 under. See, that's tied for, look like 22nd. So under par on this course is good.
It's great. It's scoreable, but you don't see like 15 and 16 unders. It's definitely challenging. That par for Anthony probably feels like a bogey on that hole.
Well, without a doubt.
Yeah.
We see a few people coming in with 5 for 5, Calvin and Macbeth. A few 4 for 5s.
Hole 6, we have another par 5, 1,000 feet. I think what's important with this hole is to get the tee shot a little left, kind of set up through here, so then you can, again, bite off a lot of distance, and I think left is good again. Hopefully traveling kind of through this gap here, and then at the end you've got it a little to the right on this hill under this tree. I think it seems like if you get right off the tee shot, kind of makes it low ceiling, kind of hard to gain distance.
Little check in here with Macbeth. We saw his fast start. Now he's on hole 6, going with the roller. Looks like it flipped a little bit on him. Let's see what he has left. Crowd likes it.
Yeah, it's like it's still going, apparently. They love anything this guy does.
Yeah, it's true.
Was that an eagle look?
I think so.
Oh, that's awesome.
And this one's tricky too right here on this look, because it seems like he's parked, but the basket actually sits over the little ridge there. And so even 25 footers, they play a little bit farther.
And there's OB on the backside of this green too.
Emerson generates so much power.
For a little guy.
Small build, man. He gets it done. And that's in a perfect spot right there, right underneath the branch into that opening that you described. Rollers can be the play here as well, but the wind was not favorable for that shot. But when it is, you can get rollers way down there, and that's how you get those eagle looks. So I'm curious, because we saw Eagle try it on the first par 5.
Will he do it again?
No.
He's like, no thanks. I'll throw my mid-range up here.
Yeah. All right, little low. And this is going to be too high. He's going to catch that guardian bush tree.
Yeah, if he had that lower under those limbs, that probably would have went like 100 feet out that gap.
Now he's throwing it too high again.
Yeah.
And he's still going to have some sort of look into the green. It's going to be tough because the low ceiling. You want to stay away from the right side. That's the problem. You get over here, you get on that right side, and it'll just keep having you throw these low ceilings.
That looked like a pretty bad misfire from Eagle. I don't know if he's trying to land a roller or what, but
Emerson, stay away from those guys. I was just saying that. If you get through it, though,
they're not listening to you. They're not listening.
He's going to have a wide open look into the green. That's a good shot there from Emerson. What in the world?
That
Big
was so high.
flex shot. Yeah, he's going to catch those trees. Eagle going over everything. This looks like it's going to be a little bit left. Yeah, just outside the circle. That's a tough putt.
Little short. That putt plays further than it looks for sure.
Big pet peeve I have is when they don't have a flag on top of the dang basket. Because then as a commentator, you don't know where that wind's coming from.
Yeah.
I'm looking for banners all over the place. Okay. Tough putt.
He definitely had a makeable shot with his forehand. Just seems like he's been a little off on this hole on every throw.
Maddie's got a mid-range or a putter in. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's
Silky.
a good throw.
Silky smooth.
Go. Yeah, great.
Being past those trees in two is so good on this hole.
Good bid. Good touch. Okay, it's a left to right wind.
we know what's happening. Yeah.
Left to right wind makes this putt right here for Maddie a little easier. Catches it. Drops it right in the corner.
There must have been a left or right. It kind of pushed it to the right side.
Emerson, okay, 3 under now with a bogey.
He's heating up.
Yeah. Barela stagnant through 6. Even par. He's got to start getting something going. As we saw, Macbeth, Calvin, 5 through 5 being even. You don't want to spot those guys 5 shots ever. Scratch that, let's say 6 for 6 for those two. So spotting them 6 strokes. No bueno. Hole 7. Par 3, 364. See those reeds on the right? You got to carry water the whole way and get past those bad boys. You can throw a straight shot, but it's highly technical. There's usually a right to left wind coming off that water. And then there's a green to the left as well. So if you throw a stally shot, it can bite you on the left-hand side. For being a par 3, man, this one's tricky.
Yeah, that crosswind makes it hard to keep that disc flat and not have it flip towards the water.
Like this. I mean, this is just as good as they make them. Oh,
That's so good.
oh man. I have so much PTSD from this hole. Mine's hyzering towards that green every time, baby.
Dude, Emerson, I walked a practice run with him yesterday, and he said he was going to throw it 30 feet left and just try to make the putt. So he definitely lied. But that was a great shot.
That's what I say. I say aim to the right with a hyzer disc. If you pull it, you park it. If you don't, you get that 35, 45 footer.
Yeah.
This is just a highly technical shot that Matt Orum threw. A lot of trust with a stable disc over that water.
Yeah, he started that with a little anhyzer, so it had to be a stable frisbee.
I mean, this kind of looks awful to me, but does it have the distance to catch those?
And then just drop down for a putt. Yeah.
That's good. I don't think that's what he was trying. I honestly don't. I don't see a stall hyzer flip the anhyzer sidearm working.
If he has just thrown it into those limbs for a putt, he's a madman for sure.
And this is going to be on that left-hand side where we're talking about.
It's got to slow down.
Yeah, that's okay. That grass is so grabby.
Yeah.
Hard to get one over there onto that green, really. So Eagle was farther away than I thought.
Yeah, the catch cam angle made it look like he hit the limbs and dropped down at like 25, but
Maybe didn't want any part of it.
This is a tough green to run long putts on. Slope towards that OB.
Good cleanup. Emerson just in the bullseye, man. You don't see that.
His and Matt's drives back to back. I feel like maybe you see one birdie out of a group on this hole, but
Okay. Little Annie out of the hand. Gets himself to 2 under. I'm wondering when Calvin and Paul are going to stop birdieing. 6 through 6, man. Like hole 4 is tough.
yeah.
Hole 3's tough.
I was going to say about half of them are not easy
Hole 2's
birdies.
tough.
Yeah. Hole 1. No.
Okay, they slowed down.
They're human.
Yeah, they played to that left side. They're padding that score.
Yeah.
All right, hole 8, par 4, 828. Low ceiling through here. This is one of the tougher gets on the whole course, man. You got to get it way left off your drive, and then you don't really have much into here. It's one of those dealer's choice. Once you get into position, you got to just kind of see what you got, try to throw it over this green on the right, get in position. I feel like with a few of these guys, they can get into a spot where they can maybe throw the highs or second shot, but you got to get so dang far.
And if you come up a little short, there's that little hazard area that catches the short approaches.
The good thing is deep is safe. It's just tough to get deep. This is the way you get way left, is there's a little cart path area. If you hit that spot, you'll get the skip. If you don't hit that spot, you're not getting any skip.
Yeah.
But like maybe 20 feet.
If that hits 3 feet to the left, he's about 80 shy of where he just ended up.
Here's this low beamer. Let's see if he gets that skip. See that? Nothing.
He didn't listen.
I feel like this is another hole that... Oh, man.
That's so far.
This is another hole that par's easy. As long as you get like 250 feet off the tee, par's kind of easy and birdie's just really hard.
Yeah.
And the only way you can really bogey it is by trying to get the birdie, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony's shot is not ideal, but I would be surprised if he didn't take a par at worst.
Well, the only way you get a bogey is by trying to get the bird. So here he goes. Oh, no, he hits the tall pine. And from there, he's got 200 feet into the green. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I actually heard some guys were trying to turn over off the tee pad to get to this area and then kind of throw this backdoor hyzer. Seems tough.
Looks like Matty O is just like, I just want the par, lay up to the right. Emerson, see, if you get far enough to the left off the tee, you can throw this in, and it makes the hole pretty easy. But that, you don't see that because you have to hit that path. Eagle can just power it there. There's like 5 guys in the world who could get an air shot to get all the way over there, and you can see I don't know what he was
What just happened?
I don't know. That was weird.
He had like a hyzer approach and he threw a turnover. I don't know.
I ain't going to question him, but I'm questioning him.
Yeah. Maybe he just likes that putt from 80 feet long back there.
Think that made it over. Should be safe.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It did look a little fluffy. Matty-O, this looks better. And maybe Eagle was just trying to go deep. No.
It kind of looked like that Simon like wobble putt, the little dad putt he talks about.
He kind of brought it out here that one year. His first win.
Mm-hmm.
Making all kinds of those. Yeah, this is not a gimme. Left it to circle's edge. It was a bit fluffy.
It was fluffy, but he cashed it. Putts look so good this year. It's fun to see him put it together. I feel like I know you've known AB longer than any of us, but I've seen him since like 2015.
Yeah, we've always known he's got it. It's just he's got to get that consistent putt going. That's the biggest change I've seen too, is him being able to knock down those 25-footers over and over and over again, even 30-footers, just inside the circle under pressure. Those are the ones that win you tournaments down the stretch. All these great shots, long shots. Eventually, the disc golf course is going to give you a 30-footer that you got to make to stay in control.
Yeah, or to keep up with someone or put the pressure or whatever it may be. Hole 9, we got a par 4, 767 feet. You have a little OB, kind of like river-looking area you got to clear. You want to end up in this tunnel of trees, and then you should have an approach straight at this basket with a little water carry at the end. You've got some like tall reeds on the other side. Pretty cool hole. You don't have to throw the furthest to birdie it, but you got to put it in position.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite holes on tour. I think this is just a fantastic hole. The way that fairway shapes makes you have to bend something, and there's usually a headwind, so if you bend it too much, you can kind of slide down the way a disc likes to fly down that OB line. It makes you worry and question yourself.
Yeah, the further you throw the shot, the longer it carries OB, which is kind of unique.
This is the shape that you want, but if it gets on hyzer, it doesn't. Soft skip, that's going to be prime.
Yeah. That was hammered.
Oh, my. Stable. They did tighten it up on the left-hand side, so if you want to, if you're not feeling the turnover and you throw something a little too stalled out, you can get to the OB deep left. AB turns this over.
That's a nice shape.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Never looked out of control, just a little bend on it, then let the disc stable back.
So Emerson's probably 410, 420 to the pin.
Yeah, this looks way back there.
He needs to get over those reeds.
Get through. Oh, no.
Yeah, and that was going to be all over the bucket. But those reeds really keep you honest. And that big tree on the right. You want to throw like a little hyzer-ish shot.
But those kind of block it a little bit, make you throw more straight at the pin.
It's a good shot there from Matteo. That's typical because you want to stay in front of those trees on the right, even though he didn't really have the hyzer play.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of people end up left.
Yeah, he was never in danger.
Maybe just going with and he goes putter, but it flips up straight. I think he wanted that to stay on hyzer. The left to right crosswind kept him straight.
Yeah, it was a little gusty at times. Wasn't that windy, but occasionally it could kind of pick up on a shot.
Yeah, once you get into the last couple holes, then it really kind of picks up. On 17. It always seems like it's a hurricane.
Always, just because we're throwing over water.
That's a good shot there from Eagle. A good tee shot will let you bring a mid-range or putter into the basket, which is what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think it plays a little downhill as you cross.
This is too high. That crosswind's going to help it a little bit, though, and
Drop it straight down.
Yep. Oh, Matteo hop right here. See if he can connect, get to 3 under.
Oh, you just cannot miss high, and you'll skip right off the top of these baskets.
Yeah, they're like racetracks up there. That ain't gonna work.
No, not the sharp Anthony we've seen this season so far.
And that ain't gonna work. Baskets don't catch that low.
No, not usually, no. It's tough, got to get it up.
Okay. Another low one, but that one sneaks over.
Just high enough.
That'll get eagle to 2 under, which isn't bad. At any point, any of these guys can go on 5 or 6 in a row. We saw Emerson do it after the first little hiccup on hole 1.
Yeah.
Then he got some green on the card. Pops a little red on there. But this course does provide those little swings, without a doubt. We see Macbeth at 7 under par. Cole Redolin as well, 7 through 9. Heimberg. I mean, there's people are scoring on that front 9. Back 9, I feel like gets a little tougher.
It does. It does. I mean, it sets up, I think, the back 9. If you have a forehand, power forehand, there's some birdies to be had, but there's also a lot of trouble too.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming in and listening to us. Make sure you come and check us out on the back 9. And thank you to the Founders Club. Catch you on the back 9.